Well, hello, family. We're so glad you dropped by today here in the at-home kitchen, and we hope it's been a wonderful day. But you know what? If it hasn't, there's always tomorrow. And don't get caught up in the situation that you're in and think it's never going to change. Because you know, with God, anything and everything is possible. Just take it to the Father and ask Him for His help, His intervention. His word is true. His word is pure. His word is for everyone who will receive it. I have a couple letters I'd like to share with you. This first one says, "Dear Arlene, I wanted you to know how much your show has meant to my family over the years. I guess it really hit home when a few weeks ago you read a letter from my son Luke, who is in Oklahoma studying to be a minister. I knew he was really homesick, and even your show, which reminded him of home, was a great comfort to him." We're seeing there in Oklahoma so he could watch it. "I told him I heard you read his letter." If you remember, he'd written a letter saying how homesick he was and how much he really missed Pennsylvania and he missed being here, but that the program was a blessing. It made him feel like home. She said, I told him that I heard you read his letter on the air, and he was thrilled. He is doing better now. You know, that freshman adjustment time is finally over. Thank you, Arlene, for a show I enjoy so much. Thank you even more for helping my boy bear the burden of longing for home and a good meal while he is following God's leading. Your sister in Christ, Judy. She says, please keep us in your prayers. I miss him so much. Sometimes it hurts. I'm sure that's what every mother can relate to, that when their son goes off to college or to Bible college. But Luke is in our prayers, and so are you, Jane. Another one says, Dear Arlene, I've been watching your cooking show and thoroughly enjoy it. I like your newsletter with all the wonderful recipes. You do a wonderful job. Displaying of the food is so beautiful. Thank you, thank you. One question, why don't you ever wear an apron? Well, I do. Did you not see that huge Steeler apron with the big insignia and the big logo on it? We do occasionally, every once in a while, but sometimes I forget, you know? But anyway, that's why I do or I don't. Today we're going to make all kinds of sandwiches. It's warmer outside. You don't want the big, heavy meals. So we're going to do some ideas for you to make sandwiches that your family will enjoy for at dinner time as well as at lunchtime. Here's the hint, and right after that, we'll be back to start with our sandwiches here in the at-home kitchen. Stay with us. Here's today's at-home hint. Spices should never be stored near a microwave exhaust fan or range top. The heat tends to cause a loss of flavor, potency, and even color. All spices should be stored in a cool, dry location or in the refrigerator.
For updates, pictures, stories, and more, like us on Facebook. To watch hundreds of classic episodes, subscribe to us on YouTube. And to get hundreds of free recipes, visit ctvn.org/athome.
Well, one of the first and really most delicious of all sandwiches that the kids seem to really enjoy too is Sloppy Joe. Now, I know you buy that sandwich in a can, but what if you don't have it and the kids want it? Well, this is 2 pounds of ground meat. Now, I get the, I think it's 90-10 I have here. Doesn't have much waste to it, not much fat on it. And we're just browning it with just a nice cup of onion. And we're going to let that brown, and if you get a lot of accumulated grease once this browns, you're going to want to take that off. Drain it with a colander or a paper towel. Just be careful not to burn your fingers. But you want to keep stirring this so that it breaks up, because you don't want big chunks of meat. You want small pieces of meat. Like that. Okay, and when you don't see any more raw meat, then you pretty much know that you're just about there. Okay, it's looking good. This is 2 pounds. Again, you want to put in a skillet that has a nice lid to it because it's going to cook for a little bit. Just really want to make sure you break it all up. Okay, I think we're there. Okay, now we're going to start to add some ingredients. First, we're going to do, here it is, my little scraper here. This is 1 cup of ketchup, just plain old ketchup. And we have, this is chili powder. Okay. We have some Worcestershire sauce. You're just going to dump everything in. We have a little yellow mustard. Yeah, that's just like the regular hot dog mustard that we use. Just want to make sure you get that out. And you know, you can adjust this if you like it a little more tart, add more mustard. If you like it a little sweeter, you can add more, because what we have here is 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. Arlene, can that make a difference? Yeah, it will. It will make a difference. Some vinegar, that'll give it that tartness. And then just about a cup of water, half cup water. And all you're going to do is just begin to stir this. Stir it around, clean it all off the edge. Now, when I do sloppy joes, I really, really like a crusty bun that holds the juice inside, but it's soft on the inside, okay? So it doesn't go flying everywhere. Hate drippy sandwiches. I don't like that at all. So we're just going to mix this really well. Then you're going to turn the heat down and let it simmer for about 15-20 minutes. And you know what? That's basically it. Because it's going to get thick. That flavor is going to flavor all the meat. Yum. Okay. Let me turn it down just a bit. We don't want it to stick. It's kind of like simmering just to keep it cooking, okay? And there is our sloppy joes, okay? Now, let's move on to the second one. When I say ham salad to you, homemade ham salad, do you have a memory of your mother, your grandmother, an aunt, somebody that made homemade ham salad? My mother, about 3 times a year, she'd say, okay, it's time for ham salad. I'm really hungry for it. So we'd go to the store, because she didn't make, we didn't always have leftover ham to make it with. So she would use a good jumbo, not the cheapest in the country, but a good jumbo. And this one is a garlic jumbo. This is about 1.5 pounds, okay? This is so simple, but the memories, because you get your jumbo in a chunk. You ask them for 1 piece. And then my mother used to take that old wheel grinder and she'd clamp it to the table. You know what I'm talking about? The one that went like this. And she'd drop the things in there, you know, grind them out, they'd come out. And she'd put pickles in there. I did this in a food processor. It was so easy. And look how nice that makes it. That's perfect. Okay, let me get a spatula here because we're going to add. Now, if you like dill, use dill relish. Or grind the pickles, dill pickles. If you like sweet, do sweet. Mama always did sweet. Okay? Let me get my spoon here. Because now we're just going to add mayonnaise to taste. If you like it real moist, put a lot. Just remember, you can always add, but once it's in there, you can't take it out. So go light it first. Just mix it around. We haven't had this for a couple of years, Paul and I. And we were shopping the other day and went into a food store, and there it was. And I said, oh, is that homemade ham salad? He said, yeah. But they had put little pieces of like leftover pieces of cheese. And you could grind all that in if you had that. That wouldn't be bad. And so we bought some. Oh, did we enjoy it? Oh, boy. Wonderful. That's really all there is to it. That's the basis. I don't know. That looks like it's pretty moist. I don't think I'd add more mayonnaise. I think it's perfect. Now, you want this to get really chilled before you eat it. Good and cold, because the colder the better. That's homemade ham salad right there. Oh, yes. Now, you want to put this kind of a sandwich, this kind of a mixture, on a soft sandwich bun, kind of like a hamburger bun, because it's a soft filling. And if you do something hard, you don't need a big hard roll for that. You want a soft roll. So all you do, open your roll and just start to put your ham salad right on there. Oh yeah. Now you could put a little piece of lettuce on that, slice of cheese. Ham salad, how easy is that? So simple. Okay, we have some more, so when we come back, we're going to check on our sloppy joes, and we have 2 more just for you. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
If you love At Home with Arlene Williams, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have hundreds of episodes with all your favorite recipes, holidays, and friends.
Say hi to your fan club. Hi, fan club.
And don't forget to click the bell so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Well, the Sloppy Joes are doing great over there on the stove, and we just made homemade ham salad on a wonderful soft bun. The next thing is a gourmet egg salad. Now, everybody says I know how to make egg salad. I'll bet you don't know how to make it like I do. I learned this recipe from a chef who told me his secret ingredient. I'm going to share it with you today. First of all, a lot of people do differently with their eggs, but me, I just use the fork. I mash them up. Just keep mashing them with the fork on a flat plate. I don't like them grated because I think the pieces are too big. You know, that's just what you prefer. It's just what I prefer is to mash like this. Okay, and probably take time and mash them a little bit finer. Okay, there we go. It's interesting because eggs, you know how to boil them and get them just right, because we all learned that with Easter. Hopefully we all learned that with Easter. And you make sure they're very cool. Can't be warm when you're going to make this. Okay. Now, you're going to add my secret ingredient. I'm only going to do half of this. Actually, the recipe you'll get will be for 8. Since it's taken so much time, I want to get to the other one. I'm just going to do half the recipe. It will be okay. First of all, anytime you have an egg, you have to have salt. My dad always said, you know, the only thing I eat salt on is an egg and some chicken. That's the only thing he'd eat salt on. It's so funny. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to do some salt. You want to do a little bit of salt, not a lot, because there's other salt in this. Do some pepper while we're at it. Like that. Now we have onion salt. Now you can do fresh onion if you want, but it's only 1/4 of a cup, 1/4 of a teaspoon, not a cup, okay? And the other thing I like to put in it is dill, dried dill. Gives it a different flavor. If you have some parsley flakes, you can put that in. It's up to you. This is the surprise ingredient. You use, now remember I'm only doing half, soft butter into this mixture, okay? And you mash it in before you add the mayonnaise. You would not believe the flavor that little piece of butter adds to the eggs. Oh, they are incredible. Makes it nice and moist. It's delicious. Okay, so once you get the butter in there, then we're going to do our mayonnaise. And again, it's to taste. Remember, you can add, but you can't take away, all right? So we just mix it up like this. Oh, this is so good on toast, on a croissant, in a stuffed tomato if you're having some luncheon buddies over. If you want to make a 3-salad plate, a scoop of tuna salad, a scoop of egg salad, a scoop of potato salad, chicken salad, ham salad, whatever. Just make sure, totally well blended, just like that, okay? And we're going to put this on croissants at the end of the program. There you have it, folks. That is an awesome egg salad, okay? I have to hurry and get to this last one because I have to take the time to show you this because this is such fun. This is my combination sandwich. This is when I make a combination, this is how I do it. All right, you're going to take 3 slices of bread. You're going to put mayonnaise on 2. Not too much. That keeps the bread moist. Okay? Lightly. Okay. And then on the third one, you're going to do Dijon mustard. You say, Arlene, I don't think I like Dijon. You'll like it. I never liked it too much, but I'm getting used to it because Paul eats it all the time. So I have to get used to it. Okay. So we have our little skillet on, and we have a slice of ham. We cut that in half. And all we're going to do, put a little butter in the skillet. And all we want this ham to do is caramelize a little bit. We don't want it to cook because it's fully cooked ham, but we just want to get some brown on it. Okay? Just like that. Maybe I'll turn that down a bit. Okay? And then, let me see, get another fork here. Once it browns just a bit on one side, see a little bit of brown, that's all you want on that. That's the whole thing. Okay. See? Just warm it up a little bit. While it's warming, let's take a little look and see what's happening here. Did I tell you this was going to be awesome? Look at that. Look how nice those onions have cooked down. It's getting thicker. If you want it to get thicker, leave the lid off a little bit, but still it needs to cook some more. Perfect. Okay? Now, we're going to put that piece of ham on the mustard. My cheese, I need a piece of cheese. Okay? Thank you, Patty. I knew they left something out for me. Booby trapping me again. No. Okay, the cheese goes on, that's going to melt. The next slice you're going to put right on top of that is the mayonnaise one. We'll go back to our skillet and a little more butter, just a bit, because now you know the combination always has an egg. So we crack our egg. And you say, oh, what if it breaks? You want it to break, so break the yolk. Okay? Little salt and pepper. And just to taste. If you use cayenne, put the cayenne on there. Paul likes the cayenne on his eggs. But you just want to do this just until it comes up. Starts to set. The rest that we're going to do, we have lettuce. Okay. What we're going to put on this last slice of bread while the egg's cooking, we're going to put a slice of onion on that piece and a slice of tomato on that piece. This is my combination, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. And now, we're going to flip this baby over. No, I don't flip it like the big chefs. I just flip mine any way I can get it over. Okay? There we go. And only about 1 minute on that side because that'll cook very quickly. And you want to salt the tomato just a bit because Paul that's the first thing he'll say, did you salt the tomato? Or yes, I did. Okay? We're done with the egg now. That's going on right on top of the onion. Okay? Now, we have lettuce. Thank you. It's amazing. I just ask and they have it. It's wonderful. Now we're going to put our lettuce, tomato, right on top. Now that's what I'm talking about, a sandwich, my kind of sandwich. We're going to cut this in half, and when we come back, we're going to show you everything we've done, all the sandwiches on At Home today. We'll be right back.
To get all the recipes from today's show, plus hundreds of others, just click the link in the video description or visit our website, ctvn.org/athome.
Well, we're glad that you stuck around to the end of the program because we want to show you all the different sandwich ideas that we made today on At Home. First of all, let's start over here with our sloppy joes. Oh, and you know what I do? I take a little bit of the bread out of the center of the top and the bottom so that the filling, that sloppy joe, stays in there and it doesn't squirt out when you take a bite. And then we just show you how you can put some corn, a few potato chips, some potato salad, whatever, and we put a little chunk of cheese on that one. These are wonderful. Here is our egg salad. Now, we hollowed out a tomato. This would be great if you're going to have like a little brunch or maybe your aunt's coming over for lunch or something. These are great. A few little crackers, nice big dill pickle over here. Oh, that's a great serving idea. But here's the way you want to make it for the gang. And all we did here was these are just some croissants. And we filled them, and we've got some carrots there, a little bit of greens, all edible, all delicious. Over here is our ham salad. Now, it makes more than what you see there, so if that's going to be too much for you, cut the recipe in half. but that is good. It's juicy, it's not too sloppy, it's just right. And again, we put some dill pickles or sweet pickles, whatever pickle that you've used in that, you want to emphasize it on the outside in your decoration so they know that, oh, there's a dill taste there or there's a sweet taste there. And then I'm just going to pick this baby up and show you. Larry, take a look at that. Now that is my combination sandwich. See the layers? There's the ham, the cheese, the piece of bread, the onion. There's the egg. There's the lettuce, the tomato. And oh my, all you need is a nice big glass of pop or a beverage of some kind that you really enjoy. These are all good ideas. A lot of these things are great for picnics. You could certainly take the ham salad to a picnic. Keep it cold, keep it really packed well. Same with the egg salad. Anything with mayonnaise, you want to just be sure that you don't want to leave it out. But these are great ideas. And now that summer is here, let's enjoy it and let's just get out of the kitchen, not slaving over the stove, not for the next few months anyway, okay? We're so glad you joined us today. Don't forget, church on Sunday will make you feel so good all week, and it makes the Lord happy too. So be sure to join us the next time because it just wouldn't be the same without you. We'll see you then.
Furnishings provided by Levin Furniture, featuring Lane's Country Living Collection. Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Trevosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home. Thank you for watching.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.